Don Davis, CEO, United Sound, CEO, First Independence Bank, CEO of Human Experiences. About a month ago, your name came up. I was talking with Ron Banks and L.J. Reynolds, Willie Ford, and the guys. You know what they told me? They told me that you'd had an impact. They told me that original impact came when the music, and they knew they wanted to do it, and they wanted to be stars, not just to be stars, but because they thought they had something to say. They wanted to shape the world. They wanted to make life much more dramatic for people who listen to radio. You said, look, fellas, there's a guy named Tony Hester, and I'm going to introduce you to this guy, and I'm going to tell him about you. You call Tony and say, Tony, I want you to help these guys, man, you know, and see what you can do for them, and go check them out at this little place they'll be playing. And he did, and they went over to Tony's apartment, and Tony said, in a real slow voice, well, I got something I'll play for you guys, and I want you to listen to it, take a listen to it. And I'll play a few things for you, and we'll take it from there. And you put on the song, some people are made of plastic, some people are made of wood. Ron said he heard that, and he wanted to flip. He said, wow, what has Don done to us? Sending us over here to see this guy talking about some people are made of plastic. He said, no, man, we want a real hit record. And Tony said in a real slow voice, well, this is a real hit record. And it said the rest is history. But he went on to say how this mystical figure, Don Davis, re-entered their picture once more after they had lost their lead singer and they were searching for someone. He said he was in New York, and this guy came backstage and said, I like what you guys are doing, man, but you know, I know you don't have a lead singer anymore, and I can sing. And Ron said, he told the guy, sing something there.
We've been so many places in our life and times. We sung a few 100,000 million songs, but we made some bad rhymes.
Sing it, though.
We've acted our life on stages with 10,000 people watching us, but now we're together, and tonight we're singing that song just for them. And you know what?
Right. And the guy broke out. Ron said, it just blew his mind. And he never stopped thinking about this guy. And then when he got back to Detroit, he started talking to you and said, you know, Don, we heard a guy in New York, and said his name was LJ or something like that. And he just kind of blew me away. And of all the people that I've heard, this guy impresses me the most. And the guy gave me his number, and I went and lost the number. And he said, you looked at him and said, excuse me. And you went in the file cabinet and said, here's a guy right here. You can find him up in the second eyes, L.J. Reynolds.
That's exactly right, Mojo. And as you know, LJ is one of the real talents, too, around the city. And he's another one of those real hard workers. Believes in sweating it out, believes in perfection, and believes in giving it his all. Doesn't want to half-step. Never will half-step. When you see artists like that, that again gives you what you need to keep pushing on.
We are here to
entertain you. So people take your seats and get ready for the treat, 'cause we're ready, one, to get on with the show. Yeah, show. Now to get on with the show. Yeah.
The Bell Music Machine is back again. 105.9.
We're here live with the Dramatics. Let's talk about Tony Hester. Who is Tony Hester?
Hester was one of the most talented writer-producers that ever came along.
Of all time?
Of all time. Well, that ever came along by the Dramatics. We consider Tony Hester as our sixth member of the Dramatics group.
Tony Hester is a writer and producer of like In the Rain and What You See Is What You Get and Get Off My Mouth and Door to the Heart. So many things that Tony did. Tony is actually highly responsible for the success of Dramatics, the initial success of Dramatics, to be recognized musically worldwide. And I'll never forget this day. We had played, we were working with Dick Scott at the time, who is now responsible for a lot of success with New Kids on the Block. And we were working with Dick Scott, and there was a lot of artists there, Shirley Jones and the Jones Girls, they were there. Enchantment, yeah, Detroit's own. All of us over there like in a stable, and we were kind of being groomed to perform professionally. And we played at a function that we had there at the music hall. And Don Davis had said, he had called me, and this is after we had been released from Stax Records in 1969 and 1970. And Don believed in us. Don Davis is proprietor of the First Independent National Bank here, and very influential politically and a lot of other ways here in Detroit, Michigan. And Don, musically, we met him back in 1967 over at Golden World, and he just believed in us throughout the years. And he said to us, he said, call me. He said, Ron, he said, I'm gonna send Tony Hester down to see y'all at the music hall. And I said, Tony Hester. And at the time, I really didn't know who Tony Hester was. And I said, okay, that's great. I just knew we were striving to try to be somebody at that particular time. So Tony, long story short, Tony came down to the music hall, and he saw the Dramatics. He called Don Davis that Monday. Don called me that Monday evening. He said, I want you to go over, get the fellas together. I want you to go over and meet with Tony Hester. So we got there, and we were like a blood-hungry group that we just wanted to hit record. And we had been trying. So we got to Tony Hester's house, and we sat there with him, and Tony started playing some tunes, and we said, man, we need a smash. We need a hit record. And they said, okay, well, I think this is one. So he started playing the tune, Mojo, and really, we looked at one another, and we started laughing. We said, it sounded like a carnival tune, you know. We looked at it, we said, no, we want a hit record. Right. Tony was one of those creative brothers, and Tony looked at it, he said, but this is a hit. And he said, just sing it like this, some people are made of plastic. He couldn't sing, but he could write and he could produce, right? So we said some people are made of plastic. And he said some people are made of wood. Some people are just up to no good. Okay, Tony, how about, what's the next one you got? Well, this goes to show you what we knew about what we were trying to do, or what the Lord had destined the Dramatics to be. For What You See Is What You Get became, and at that time, man, because of Flip Wilson's dominance that he had gained with the saying, what you see is what you get. And it was like 2 or 3 what you see is what you get came out at the same time, right? And just the Lord had just planned it for us, man. We just happened to have the right what you see is what you get.
That was a good record.
Yeah, and it really turned out to be.
The track and stuff that Tony had presented to the Dramatics on that, the music and stuff. That record to me, the sound of it just still sounds brand new.
Yeah,
today.
When you go on stage and you start singing, you look out there at that audience, and you know what you want to do to them, you know what you want to do for them. What are the things that cross your mind the moment that you walk out on stage?
When I think about a lot of times when I hit the stage, I think about all the times that I've gotten out and performed songs for dramatic fans. And I kind of go back and I remember people's faces from when we do clubs, when we do concerts, people that are up close, things that people say when they come backstage. The public is very aware of what those records are like. And so my thought is to go out and sing it just like what they want to hear and somewhat better.
Yeah, right.
You know? So I always think about what the public, a lot of times when I go out and sing, definitely want to please them because I want them to come back. And my theory is this: if the public will come back and see you, then the promoters will buy you. If the promoters will buy you, then you can get paid. If you can get paid, then you can pay your bills.
You can be happy.
Okay? And this is a business. And I remember you said something too about dreams and hopes. And I know you can remember too yourself.
Yeah.
Do you remember those days?
I remember
when
those
you had
days.
when you had that dream of becoming a disc jockey on the radio. So it's the same thing with us, man. It's a dream come true. And at some point, once you get past the fact of wanting to become somewhat successful, then you begin, I think, to think about the people, begin to think about your families, your life, your reasons for being here. And our reason for being here apparently is to please those people that love music, that love dramatic music. And that's what we're here for. And that's what I aim to do.
Feel well said.
Very well said. It's been one of my dreams to have all of you like in the studio, you know, and at the same time and just kick out one night for the Dramatics, because D stands for Dramatics, D stands for Detroit, and when you say Dramatics, you can say Detroit and Dramatics at the same time because Dramatics are Detroit. Live in the studio with Detroit's own, with the world's own, Dramatics. The Dramatics are here right now. The telephone calls that are coming in from the Dramatics leads me to believe that if the Dramatics were to announce that they are appearing in concert immediately after this interview, that they'd be looking out for another sold-out show, because the phones tonight are definitely double sold, triple sold. We can't get all the telephone calls in, but we have one young man in. This young man right here wants to give it up to the Dramatics. Let's go live on the phones right now and talk to Mr. Ron D-Bar.
Like to find more.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I gotta be doing all right tonight.
Man, you got my main boys down there.
You know it, man.
You got my main Ronnie and LJ. And, oh man, Willie, are you fine? What's happening? Well, hey, I'm so excited, man. I can't. Hey, it's almost like we're bringing tears to my eyes. Just to hear those guys, you know.
Hey, Ronnie, first of all, man, let me just let everybody know who they're talking with. That's Ron Dunbar, that's the coordinator and director with the P-Funk organization. He started back with Holidosia in Holland. Just to have you call, man, take the time out to call, and I know you got a busy schedule.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot our best shot.
Check it out.
Ronnie, when's the last time you talked to George Clinton?
Man, it's been about 6 months.
Hey,
George got more lives than a cat.
Hey, no doubt in my mind.
He's still a funk master, you know.
Yeah, but I know you know this story, but just to share with all our listeners, you know, George Clinton, Mo, was one of the first cats to ever produce the Dramatics, man.
Really?
Yeah, back in 1965, 66, man. It came here when he had a do.
Right.
He was a cosmetologist at the time with Fuzzy and all of them.
Right.
But George has always been an inspirational part of our coming up as being a professional group. George Clinton is just one of those talented, gifted artists.
That's right, you got it.
Yeah, that the Lord has blessed, man, with just his own personal way, the way he does what he does.
Genius at work.
Mo, we just want to thank Ronnie for calling in.
Well, look at Ron. Thank you for calling.
Man, I'm glad to hear from the guys. Mo, keep it up, Mo. I love you, man. What you doing, man? That's great, man. It's fantastic.
Hey, well, thank you, Ron, man.
Okay, keep it rolling.
Hey, look here. We're going to roll till we get the agony of defeat.
Okay, yeah, right. I'm going to take my shoes off.
You went Wild World of Sports on me.
Yeah, right. I love it.
All right, Ron. You
Okay,
take care. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll take another call right about now. Okay, hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Mojo.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say, what's up, Mojo? This is Paul from the West Side.
Hey, how you doing?
Ron, LJ, Willie, the rest of you guys, three-corner legends. Question. I think the public will really be happy for you guys to do a live album. And also, how did you enjoy working with the Dales and how you feel about their recent success?
Oh, man, I think it's been great, man. You know, we've had the privilege of working with the Dales for so many years. Of course, starting with the venue that we did with them musically, the Dramatics versus the Dales, which is actually just a title because at the time we were a very young group and very respectful for what the Dales had accomplished as a black vocal group. And they've done an exceptionally great job as far as sustaining themselves, as far as even giving us a direction and understanding about what it takes to be a group historically and for a long time, to become a legend. The Dales are like a legend, man. For so many years, they have been collectively together. They've dealt with the ups and the downs of the music industry, and they're still here pumping. They did the thing in the movie. What's the movie that they did? Five Heartbeats. Exceptionally great job, and they're helped paving the way once again, along with some of the young artists that are happening now, like Jodeci, Boys to Men, After Seven, Levert. Oh, by all means, Levert. We'll get off into that later. But they're kind of playing right into our hands as far as music and song is coming back, and even the young, some of the generations that were dealing with the rap era, they're becoming a little older now, and they're dealing with personal experiences, and it's going to come back to the love song, and that's always been our trump card. So we await the arrival for the acceptance of love song once again, and we can really serve in a dramatic way too.
Okay, well, thank you very much, all right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
We are here to entertain you. You soul people, take your seats and get ready for the treat, cause we're ready, one, to get on with the show. Yeah, show. Now to get on with the show.
You're listening to Electrifying Mojo, Rare Moments. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button.